Fulda is a city in Hesse, Germany. It is located on the river Fulda and is the administrative seat of the Fulda district. In 1990, the town hosted the 30th Hessentag State Festival. History: Middle Ages. In 744, St. Sturm, a disciple of St. Boniface, founded the Benedictine monastery of Fulda as one of Boniface's outposts in the reorganization of the church in Germany. It later served as a base from which missionaries could accompany Charlemagne's armies in the political and military campaign to fully conquer and convert pagan Saxony. The initial grant for the abbey was signed by Karl Oman, the son of Charles Martel. The support of the mayors of the palace and later the early Pippanid and Carolingian rulers was important to Boniface's success. Fulda also received support from many of the leading families of the Carolingian world. Sturm, whose tenure as abbot lasted from 747 until 779, was most likely related to the Agelolfing dukes of Bavaria. Fulda also received large and constant donations from the Etichonids, a leading family in Alsace, and from the Conradines, predecessors of the Salian Holy Roman Emperors. Under Sturm, the donations Fulda received from these and other important families helped in the establishment of daughter houses Johannesburg and Petersburg. Near Fulda, after his martyrdom by the Frisians, the relics of St. Boniface were brought back to Fulda. Because of the stature this afforded the monastery, the donations increased, and Fulda could establish daughter houses further away, for example in Hamelin. Meanwhile, St. Lullus, successor of Boniface as Archbishop of Mainz, tried to absorb the abbey into his archbishopric, but failed. This was one reason that he founded as Fulda Abbey, to limit the attempts of the enlargement of Fulda. Between 790 and 819 the community rebuilt the main monastery church to more fittingly house the relics. They based the new basilica on the original 4th century Old St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, using the transept and crypt plan of the Great Pilgrimage Church to frame their own saint as the apostle to the Germans. The crypt of the original abbey church still holds those relics, but the church itself has been subsumed into a Baroque renovation. A small 9th century chapel remains standing within walking distance of the church, as do the foundations of a later women's abbey. The great scholar Rabanus Maurus served as abbot at Fulda from 822 to 842. 18th and 19th centuries. The foundation of the Abbey Fulda and its territory originated with an imperial grant, and the sovereign principality therefore was subject only to the German emperor. Fulda became a bishopric in 1752 and the prince-abbots were given the additional title of prince-bishop. The prince-abbots ruled Fulda and the surrounding region until the bishopric was forcibly dissolved by Napoleon in 1802. The city went through a Baroque building campaign in the 18th century, resulting in the current Baroque city status. This included a remodeling of Fulda Cathedral and of the Stadtschloss by Johann Dientzenhofer. The city parish church, St. Blasius, was built between 1771 to 1785. In 1764 a porcelain factory was started in Fulda under Prince-Bishop Prince Abbot Heinrich von Bibra, but shortly after his death it was closed down in 1789 by his successor Prince-Bishop Prince Abbot Adalbert von Harstal. Because of its quality and rarity, this porcelain is much prized by collectors. The city was given to Prince William Frederick of Orange-Nassau in 1803, was annexed to the Grand Duchy of Berg in 1806, and in 1809 to the Principality of Frankfurt. After the Congress of Vienna of 1814 to 1815, most of the territory went to the Electorate of Hesse, which Prussia annexed in 1866. Cold War. Fulda lends its name to the Fulda Gap, a traditional east-west invasion route used by Napoleon and others. During the Cold War, it was presumed to be an invasion route for any conventional war between NATO and Soviet forces. Downes Barracks in Fulda was the headquarters of the American 14th Armored Cavalry Regiment, later replaced by the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. The cavalry had as many as 3,000 soldiers from the end of World War II until 1993. Not all of those soldiers were in Fulda proper, but scattered over observation posts and in the cities of Bad Kissingen and Bad Asfeld. The strategic importance of this region led to a large US and Soviet military presence. Transportation. Fulda Station is an important transport hub and interchange point between local and long-distance traffic of the German railway network, and is classified by Deutsche Bahn as a Category 2 station. It is on the Hanover-Wurzburg high-speed railway, the North-South line, comprising the Bebra-Fulda line north of Fulda, and the Kinzig Valley Railway and Fulda Main Railway to the south, the Vogelsberg Railway, which connects to the hills of the Vogelsberg in the west, and the Fulda-Gersfeld Railway to Gersfeld in the Rhone Mountains to the east. Fulda is on the Bundes Autobahn 7 and is at the eastern terminus of the Bundes Autobahn 66, which ends at a three-way junction with the BAB 7. It is also on the Bundesstraße 27. International relations. Twin towns, sister cities. Fulda is twinned with Como, Italy, Arles, France, Sergeyev Posad, Moscow Oblast, Russia, Wilmington, Delaware, USA, Litoměřice, Czech Republic, Weimar, Germany, Crediton, England. Sons and daughters of the town. 1800 Adam of Fulda, composer and music theorist. Adam Kraft, a Protestant church reformer. Justus Manius, theologian. 1801 to 1850 Georg von Edelmann, physician and surgeon. Otto Bahr, lawyer and politician. Hugo Starrella, composer. Ferdinand Braun, physicist, electrical engineer and Nobel laureate in physics. 1851 to 1900 Adalbert Ricken, mycologist. Ludwig Hupfeld, instrument maker and industrialist. Wilhelm Hay, officer. Clara Harnick, painter, teacher and mother of the resistance fighters Arvid and Falk Harnick. Anton Storch, politician. Paul Deichmann, an officer. 1901 to 1950 Karl Storch, athlete. Wilhelm Balthasar, Air Force officer. Wolfgang Bruckner, folklorist and specialist in German. Michael Mott, local historian, preservationist, journalist and author. Martin Hohmann, politician. Winfried Mitchell, composer, recorder player and music publisher. 1951 Roswitha Fisher, linguist and anglist. Emmanuel Bloch, physicist. Michael Brand, politician. Sebastian Kehl, football player. Patrick Sinkowitz, professional cyclist. Notables: Adam of Fulda, Tobias Sammet, Martin Hohmann, Ferdinand Braun, Sebastian Kehl, a former footballer. Franz Kasperlieblein, Max Stern, Dirk Sauer, Fr. Jurayon Goldman, Ed Guy, Wilm Hosenfeld, officer and righteous among the nations. Images.